my name is Keely. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to talk about all the books that I want to read in the month of December. Now December is a great month, not just because of Christmas, but it's my birthday. So my birthday is December 21st. I'm a winter solstice baby, and I love it. I'm a big birthday girl. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on into what I want to read. So of course I am a huge holiday rom-com fan, and so most of the books I'm going to be talking about are holiday rom-coms. So there are two holiday books that I actually own physically, so I'm going to talk about those first. And the first one is The Christmas Clash by Suzanne Park. Now this is one of my most anticipated releases. It seems like this is kind of a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but Christmas style. So we follow two young adults, they might be teenagers because this is a young adult book, and their families own competing restaurants. Now that is one of my favorite tropes of all time. Earlier this year I read A Faux Love Story, which has a similar premise, and it is one of my top books of this year, so I'm hoping this one is just as good. The next physical holiday book I own is We Met in December by Rosie Curtis, and I have owned this for a couple of years, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what it's quite about. I believe it takes place in London, and we follow this girl who moves to London for the first time, and she is sharing a flat with like 4 other people, and so I think the romance involves her and one of her flatmates. Now the next few books I want to talk about are books that I have been wanting to get to for literal years, some of them, and the first one is 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston. Now this follows a teenage girl who is newly heartbroken, and as she is spending the holidays with her family, they decide to set her up on 10 blind dates. So this one sounds pretty interesting and maybe comical, and it seems like we're going to meet a bunch of different characters. The next book is Snow in Love, and this is a holiday collection of short stories, and there are 4 authors in this, and that is Nick Stone, Amy Friedman, Casey West, and Melissa De La Cruz. And I have had this book on my list for literal years because I love Casey West, and this book is actually really short, so hopefully I can pick it up. The next book I want to read is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. Now this is the same author who wrote The Holiday Swap. I read that one earlier this year and I thought it was okay, but I definitely want to read more from this author. So this one seems like it follows a singing competition and there is fake dating involved, so like, can you go wrong with that? I don't think so. So the next few books I'm going to mention are all holiday rom-coms from Kindle Unlimited, and the first one is The Holiday X-Files by Jennifer Peel. So this follows a woman who has been cheated on, and because she was cheated on, she cropped and edited her husband out of every picture of hers, and this kind of went viral, and she created a business from this called The Holiday X-Files, where she does this for other women. And comes along her ex-husband's best friend, Noah Cullen. Now Noah Cullen has a plan to help her believe in the holidays again and the magic of the holidays, and so she starts believing maybe she chose the wrong best friend. So this sounds like a lot of fun, and I love that his last name is Cullen, and in the synopsis it actually says, yes, like the vampires. I feel like it's going to be great, and I can't wait. The next book is A Cross Country Christmas by Courtney Walsh, and this has one of my favorite tropes, and that is a road trip. So we follow Lauren, and she has spent years trying to get over her childhood crush, but of course she has to drive home for the holidays because she is scared of flying, and she ends up having to go on a road trip with said childhood crush. It sounds like it's gonna be great. I love the forced proximity, I love the road trip aspect, and Christmas. What could go wrong? The next Kindle Unlimited book I want to read is Christmas Baggage by Deborah M. Hathaway. Now this follows a girl who goes to London to spend Christmas with her friends, and of course she meets very super grumpy Liam. So this seems like this is a grumpy sunshine romance. That's all I know. I don't want to read too much into it because sometimes you don't need to know too much about holiday rom-coms, but once again, London, Christmas, grumpy sunshine, okay. The next book I want to read is actually for the buzzwordathon, and the prompt for this month is to read a book with a number in the title. So I'm going to go with 8 Nights of Flirting by Hannah Reynolds, and this is actually a Hanukkah young adult holiday romance, so that sounds really fun. I haven't read a lot of holiday romances about Hanukkah, so I think this one will be great. So of course there are a ton of other holiday rom-coms that I want to read, so those are just a few of them, but in case I do get tired of some romance, I do have some other books in here that I do want to get to. I had so much fun in November reading sequels for series that I'm in the middle of, so I do have a couple of sequels to show you, and the first one is Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. This is book 3 in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I believe this one takes place in the States, so that'll be an interesting setting to read from. And then another sequel I would like to get to is One Dark Throne by Kendara Blake, and this is the sequel to Three Dark Crowns. I read that one a few months ago and absolutely loved it, and so I'm hoping the second one is just as fun. So those are some of the books that I want to read in the month of December. I feel like December is just going to be an easy go with the flow reading month for me. I'm just going to pick up what I want to, and let me know what you would like to read in the month of December. If you have made it this far in the video, of course go ahead and leave the snowflake emoji. But that is it for this video. As always, all my social media links will be down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!